If you ever wondered how lucrative recruitment is, then I'm going to break it down for you. If you don't know how I am, then it's my recruitment business, and I'm in my 10th year now of running my own business and been in recruitment for more than 10 years. And I'm just going to break down what it's going to take for a round number to make 100k. So what does it take to actually make 100k? Just for the sake of round numbers, let's say you're dealing with salaries and you're placing candidates at 100k salaries. So if you charge the client 20%, which is the going rate in a lot of markets and is what we charge as well, 100k salaries at 20%, you need to make 5 placements. 5 placements and you made 100k. Simple maths. Okay, I'm going to break down how this all comes together, by the way. So 100k, 20%, 5 placements, that's what it takes. Okay, the question is, you need to have enough clients, put them up here, clients, who are going to give you at least 5 vacancies. And this is assuming you fill 100% of them. So sometimes clients are going to give you vacancies where it's really hard to fill. And let's say you fill 100% of those vacancies. You need 1 client that gives you 5 vacancies. You fill 100% of them, charge them 20%, you make 100 grand. Okay? Lucrative. You can make 100 grand in recruitment. I've not put time frames for this, by the way. So you can make that amount of money in a year. You can make it in a month. You can make it in a week. So 1 client, 5 vacancies, 20%, 100k. That's it. That's 100%. The chances are you might not fill 100%. So let's just say you fill only 20%. So now if you're filling only 20%, then you need 5 times more vacancies. So you need 25 vacancies. Except the average client doesn't hire 25 of the people that you recruit. So now if they don't hire 25 of the people that you recruit, then you need more of these, which is 5 clients. Okay, so now 5 clients that give you 25 vacancies, you fill 20% of them, gives you 5 placements. At 20%, you make 100k. Simple maths again. We're going to work this out backwards. How do you actually get clients and candidates for that instance? Is you have to make contact with them. And the quickest and fastest, easiest way to make contact with them is going to be using some sort of online technology tools. And if you don't know about LinkedIn, YouTube, or social media in general, then you must be living under a rock or something, because this is like how the world works, and welcome to planet Earth. So for you to make contact with people better, you can call them, you can email them, you can use LinkedIn, you can use YouTube, you can use Instagram, Twitter, or X, whatever it's known as these days. All of these work fine. So now, if you want to get board rubber, if you want to use these to get to your clients, I'm going to suggest you stick to those 3. Okay? So call, email, and LinkedIn. And if you want to shortcut even faster, then I'd say drop calling as well, because it's time consuming and tiring, and it's not the most efficient way to get clients. So for you to get clients, there's only 2 variables that need to be applied to your emails and your LinkedIn messages, and calling and any other method that you might use. And that is V and C. Okay? V is volume. How many emails, calls, messages, and so on that you do. And the second is the copy. This means your style, the way that you approach it, what you say to them, how you approach them. Do they welcome your messages? Do they talk to you? Do they want to talk to you? Like, the way that you approach the conversation makes all the difference, because you could make 1,000 first touch points. Okay, so this means you could message them, you email them, you call them. You could make contact with 1,000 people, and nobody likes the way that you talk to them. You get 0% in terms of conversion, meaning you get no clients, 0 clients. Or you can contact 10 and your copy is so good, 100% of the clients are happy to talk to you, and you actually get 10 clients. So now you just double that 100 becomes 200. Okay, so you just double the capacity in whatever time frame you do this. So you might do this in a month, it might take you a week, it might take you 2 months, whatever. You do this in the space of a month, you got really high conversion. It's actually really difficult to get 100% conversion. So let's assume you get something really low, 1%. Okay, if you make 1,000 touch points, 1,000, and you get 1% conversion, that means you win 1 client equals 1 client. If this entire thing, this entire operation took you 1 month to do, then that means 1,000 touch points, 1% conversion, you get 1 client. You're going to need 5 months before you get 5 clients. You've got 5 clients, 25 vacancies, 5 placements, 20%, 100k. There's another number. So now the only 2 variables here is volume and copy. Now there's one more thing that comes into it, which is over here, if that can be seen, is your niche. Because if you pick yourself a really good niche, then they will be used to paying 100k a year in salaries, and they'll be happy to pay 20% because it's worth it for them, and you can make 5 placements out of them. So a really good niche is one where there's lots of clients that want to hire 5 or more of the type of person that you recruit, and they pay 100k a year, and they have good cash flow businesses, so they're happy to pay 20%, because when they hire this person to pay them 100k, that person is going to make them 500,000 or $1 million plus. So when you package all of it together from the niche, there'll be loads of clients. So you've only got 2 variables of volume and the way that you communicate with them. This conversion rate can be a little bit higher so that you can get 1 client. You do the same again to get your 2nd client, and the same again to get your 3rd client. You only need 5. That will give you 25 vacancies. You fill 20% of them. You make 5 placements at 20%. You made yourself 100k. That's the simple maths on how it works. Now the question is, in what time frame do you want to do all of this? Because if you start here and you get to this point, and that takes you 1 month, that means 1 month you've done your 1,000 touch points. If you do 100 a day, you can do 3,000, so that can be 3, by the way. You do your touch points and you get 1 client. That takes you 1 month. To secure the client and the terms, that takes you 1 month. And then to deliver, that takes you another month. You can have this entire process complete in a 3-month time frame. So setting yourself a target to do 100 grand in a quarter is very normal. It's like so straightforward. It only gets more complex when you want to do more than that. Because if you want to make this 100 grand in a month, then you have to increase the volume here. And that happens. AI, automation, the team, the people that you employ, you can change how good your copy is, you can increase your volume, you can get more clients, you get repeat business from clients. There's more variables that come in place. I'm just talking about doing this all from scratch. So now, when you do all of this from scratch, that's what it takes. And that number is 100k in whatever time frame you take to do all of this. Picking your niche, building out the way that you approach your clients and candidates, how many clients you contact, how many vacancies you fill, and all of these have different variables and metrics. So that's why if you see all the other YouTube videos that I've made, all of them are answering very specific questions here. So now, if you want higher conversions, or maybe you've taken 3 months and you're still here and you haven't got 5 clients yet, or you're at 6 months and you're almost about to make placements and you haven't done it, then it's going to be somewhere here. Like either you pick the wrong niche, first off, you're not able to fill 20% of your vacancies, you don't have 5 clients, or you don't have a very good approach to your contacts, or you're not doing enough volume. It's one of those variables. It has to be. All of these things come together and you end up at 100k. So now, if you want to do, if all these metrics remain the same, and you want to do 100k in a month, then you just got to 3x everything here, which I described earlier is actually very achievable. 100 a day, and you 3x it. The question here is, how long do you want to take to complete this entire journey? because for those of you who are interested, like there's a link below. You could just basically copy me. All of this can be done within 90 days. All of that is very possible. It's just, for a lot of people, it doesn't make sense because maybe they've picked the wrong niche. Like, what happens if you pick the wrong niche and the salaries are at 50k? You can only make half that. What if the clients that you work with can't afford to pay 20% and you're charging 10%? You make half that. And what if they don't have enough volume to hire 5 of those people? You make less. And now you don't have that many clients in that niche because there isn't that much demand. You make even less. So now you hear of recruiters who are struggling and they're hitting, let's say, 40, 50, 60k in revenue. And it's like, well, it's one of these variables. It has to be. And a lot of the time it's because of the niche, which is right at the beginning up here. So if you just look far ahead and see, does the client or the candidates that you're working with, do they have high salaries? Do the clients have high cash flow businesses? Is there slightly less in terms of competition from recruiters? Are there enough of those clients? Are there enough of those vacancies? And am I putting in the work, and have I discovered what is the best way to get them to talk to me? Put all of these things together, you're at 100k. And then it's completely down to you. Do you want to make that in a week, in a month, in a year? 10x it. I hate using that word, but 10x that and you're at 1 million. Okay? Simple maths, that's how the entire model comes together. Yes, it is very lucrative. If you have no idea about recruitment or you don't understand how this works, you don't believe these numbers are possible, I put together a full course on YouTube. It's free, 5 hours, go and check it out. Hopefully you found that valuable, but these are all the metrics behind me that it takes for you to build a business that makes 100 grand, and you can choose whether you want to make that in a month, in a week, or a year.